and yeah, to be a part of that in the summer was amazing, and to then be a part of what was a really exciting challenge for us out here. Different conditions to what we will have experienced before as a group. It's a really exciting challenge, and I think all of us are just chomping at the bit.
Ali, go ahead.
How much work have you been able to do with the older ball in preparation for this series, and how big a factor do you think that will play getting it to reverse potentially?
Yeah, as I said, I've been out here for longer than most people. I was out here with the Lions in Dubai, so we're trying to get some older ball work done there. Again, here we're trying to mix up what sort of ball we use. We're using new balls, old balls, and in between as well. There's going to be times where seamers are going to have to bowl when the ball's not doing a lot, and find ways of getting wickets. So we're trying to cover that base as well. But just looking at the pitch and the outfield, it looks quite lush. So whether reverse will play a huge part, I'm not sure here at this particular ground. But as I said, we're trying to cover all bases and make sure we've got options if and when we need them.
Simon, and then we'll go to Dee.
Jimmy, it looks like you'll be working alongside Ollie Robinson. Can you just say what it's like bowling with him as a partnership? What he brings to the work ethic?
Yeah, well, he's great. He's just, he's quite an experienced bowler, even though he's not played a huge amount of Test cricket. He's very skillful, but he also wants to learn all the time. So we talk quite a lot, not just out on the field in practice, not just in the game, but away from cricket as well. We try and just always picking each other's brains, trying to learn things and do anything we can to improve each other's game and improve the team's chance of getting 20 wickets.
And then we'll take some questions from the Pakistan media.
James, hi. There's no fast bowling coach on this tour. Oh, hello. How have you found that responsibility? I know you've kind of been a sort of de facto kind of player coach for a little while in terms of passing on your knowledge and experiences to the younger bowlers, but how have you kind of found it, kind of not working with another fast bowling coach this time around?
I think it's been really good for us. I mean, we've only been out here for, a week or so in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and then a few days here. But as I said, as bowlers, we talk all the time to each other. There's not many seamers here, to be honest, so there's not much to coach. But we're just trying to, as I said, trying to make sure we've got all bases covered for every eventuality and make sure what fields we might set. Talking specifics about their batters as well, trying to work out plans for them. But yeah, I think, at this level, it's happened for a few years now in the Test team in particular, where we sort of, I wouldn't say we're self-sufficient, but we do look after each other and try and, we've got great analysts, we've got other coaches around us, we've got some of the best captains that the world's ever seen in our group. So, we can pick their brains as well, and we feel like we've got what it takes to be able to take 20 wickets in each Test match.
And have you enjoyed that aspect of it? Is it something that you probably want to keep doing even when the playing stops?
I mean, you're talking as if I've been coaching here. I haven't done a thing, mate. I've been concentrating on my own game, and as I said, it's something I've felt like I've had that responsibility for a number of years, where I've got experience. A lot of experience of playing, so I can try and help guys that come into the group, but also they help me as well. So it's like a two-way thing. We all help each other and try and improve each other, because it's all about getting 20 wickets at the end of the day. It doesn't. That's the main objective for the group, and however we get there, then yeah.
You've spoken before about sometimes wishing you had the skills that you've got now when you were younger and taking on some of those players back in the day. I mean, 17 years obviously is a long time, but how kind of excited are you about the skills that you've got now, and how much of a better bowler you are now meeting this challenge than obviously 17 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love a mile an hour or two that I had back then now, but yeah, the skills I think are, obviously I've worked hard to try and develop things that will help me all around the world. I feel like I've got skills that can help me anywhere in the world, so hopefully I can show that in the next few weeks. But just because I've got the skills doesn't necessarily mean it, I'll be fine and I'll take wickets. I've still got to bowl well, still got to execute the skills when it matters out on the field. So that's what I'll be focusing on the next few weeks.
Go ahead, sir.
Jimmy, welcome to Pakistan. It's an honor to have the leading wicket taker here. 667 wickets in 175 test match. You've been a role model to the young fast bowlers. What's the secret behind your fitness? Because at 40 you're bowling superbly. Age is just number?
Yeah, it is just a number. I think I'm very fortunate that I'm naturally quite fit, but it's something that certainly the last 5 years, 6 years, I've worked really hard on. And I feel very fortunate that I'm still here, very fortunate to be able to be back in Pakistan after so long. And yeah, I feel very fortunate.
Jimmy, you've done it before, you'll do it once more. What are your prime targets when you put to test your skills on unresponsive pitches of the subcontinent?
Well, I think that is it. The challenge is trying to find something in unresponsive pitches. That is the sort of skill of being a Test cricketer who plays all around the world. You've got to try and find ways of taking wickets. I think the introduction of Ben as captain and Brendan as coach has also helped in terms of thinking outside the box, in terms of field settings and plans that you use on the field. And I think we might have to maybe think outside the box a little bit over the next few weeks. So it's sort of, I've quite enjoyed the fact that they've taken maybe the run rate away from the thinking of bowlers, and our main focus is wickets. We've got to take 20 wickets, and that's our focus for the next few weeks.
James, you have a very long association with cricket and a very, very big fan following in Pakistan too. Any message for them? And my second question is this, how are you targeting Babar Azam, Azhar Ali and Shan Masood as well? Pakistani batting is strong. Any plans for targeting them?
Well, firstly, as I've already said, it's amazing to be back here, and I say thank you on behalf of not just myself but the whole team for the welcome we've had. We know how many cricket fans there are in Pakistan and how much they love and support not just Pakistan cricket team but cricket in general around the world. So we're delighted to be back here. And in terms of the opposition team, we know how good they are. We've seen that in all formats of the game. And in particular in Test cricket and in particular in Pakistan in the last couple of years. So I don't think it's dangerous to focus on one or two players because we know how strong their batting lineup is from 1 to 8. So we've got to make sure we've got plans for all of them. We're well aware how important a wicket Babar is for Pakistan, being the captain as well as I'd say their best player. So yes, we will give him attention, but also we need to focus on the other guys as well because they're very strong.
Go ahead.
Jimmy, you have over 650 wickets in Test cricket, but not a single one in Pakistan yet. So are you excited to open up your wickets account here? And if you can tell me whom you want it to be, your first wicket in Pakistan.
Well, I've not played a Test match here, so I'm delighted to have the chance to be able to play here. And if I don't care who it is, as long as I get a wicket and try and help the team towards a win, that's what we've come here for. We want to win the series, so that's our main focus. Yeah.
Three more, this gentleman here. And
My name is Zulfikar Beg. You are a world-class bowler. You performed tremendously against India. What do you think about our batting lineup? And as you said, this wicket is comparatively sport for the spinner. What do you say about this?
Yeah, well, as I just said, I think Pakistan have got a very strong team. They've got all areas covered with pace, and their batting, I think, is really strong and good spinners. So we've got to be on top of our game to get anything out of this series. So we've come here to win, as I've said. We'll be giving attention to all their players. We want to make sure we've got plans for all of them. And essentially, at the end of the day, we've got to play well. It's about performing on that day, over the 5 days if we perform as well as we can, we feel like we can beat anyone in the world. So we've just got to make sure we do that, adapt to the conditions. We're not sure what we're going to get here, but yeah, hopefully we can play well.